staple of the Open Series recently. Playing Delver, Esper Delver. So I'm not surprised to see Joe playing Delver. He tends to play, you know, the best decks.
This is a weird deck. This is not. I think it's almost unfair to call this Esper Delver. Let me read the cards in this deck to you. 3 Blade Splicer, 3 Restoration Angel, 4 Snapcaster Mage, 4 Delver of Secrets, 2 Phantasmal Image. So we're no Geist of Saint Traft here. He spells 2 Mana Leak, 1 Dismember, 1 Go for the Throat, 1 Doomblade, 4 Ponder, 4 Thought Scour, 2 Intangible Virtue, 2 Sword of Feast and Famine, not of War and Peace, 2 Vapor Snag, not 4, 2, and 4 Lingering Souls. Then he's just got a ton of land. This is a weird deck.
It's a weird interpretation of the Esper list. I think, you know, adding in the Restoration Angels, kind of cool, like, new card. Can't, you know, it's not necessarily weird, it's just, hey, I'm going to try this in this shell. Blade Splicer I don't think is that crazy. But
yeah, Blade Splicer, you know, people have done Blade Splicer a lot in the past. It's surprising to see it take the place of Geist. It's also weird, he's on an Intangible Virtue plan with... people with the Intangible Virtue plan is so weird to me.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like it. Like, when it works, it's just, like, unbelievable. When it doesn't work, it just seems terrible. There's no middle ground with it. So Ken up a game, Harrison. Presumably, Joe knows what's up now. Joe knows that Ken is... Because we don't know how Ken won. He could have won with the aggro draw like he had in Game 3 earlier in his feature match, but Joe may be very well aware of the fact that Ken is playing Venser Stonehorn Dignitary Lock. So no zealous conscripts for Joe to deal with that.
Joe doesn't really have much of a way to interact with that. Like, if Ken's able to just get a Stonehorn Dignitary onto the table at any point, Joe's in for a rough match.
Yeah, it's like he can...
Like, Ken's got enough play with that card.
He's got, like, Dismember, Go for the Throat, Doomblade available. Okay, so Ken leads with the Gataxian Probe.
And he does have a Doomblade and a Go for the Throat in hand, along with a Lingering Souls and a Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah, and a pair of Scars lands, Darkslick Shores, and Seachrome Coast. He led with an Evolving Wilds.
Yeah, nice opener from Joe.
Evolving Wilds, getting Basic Island, I would assume. Now it goes with Basic Plains. Okay.
Searched up Basic Plains. I mean, he's not as much like the traditional Delver decks with dependence on blue.
Yeah.
He already has 2 blue sources that are coming into play untapped. So just grabbed a second white. That'll let him do things like Flashback Lingering Souls. And, he has an Appetite for Brains.
Appetite for Brains. Yum, yum. So now we get to see Ken's hand. We've got Blade Splicer, Merfolk Looter, Moorland Haunt, Plains, Stonehorn Dignitary, Stonehorn Dignitary.
Stonehorn Dignitary. 3 of them.
Oh, there's a third one there.
I think he took one.
Wow, yeah. Couldn't quite see beyond our little overlay there.
I like a Rhino. I'm always a fan of a Rhino, a good Rhino in Magic. You know, not necessarily a big fan of Crash with the Rhinos, but I like a Rock Swarm Monk.
Rock Swarm Monk is what I was thinking of.
Yeah, he's my buddy. Ebony Rhino. You know, but one of the staples of the Tron deck in Masters Edition 2 draft on Magic Online.
Merfolk Looter from Ken. Joe plays Seachrome Coast and
Joe going to just use spot removal spell on that Merfolk Looter.
yeah, going for the
knows that Ken's hand has, you know, multiple Stonehorn dignitaries in it, and he's got to settle in for a longer game anyway. Those Lingering Souls tokens aren't really going to be the biggest of deal.
So Blade Splicer with a very LSV looking golem token here. Apparently SCG instantly sold out of foil Triumph of the Hordes. Kind of funny. I don't know that they had that many in stock. But who knows?
That's pretty funny. I mean, that's also something really sweet to have happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just as we're watching this, somebody is turning in a deck slip, and they have a shirt with rhinos on it. So, I don't know if that's a bit of foreshadowing. It's good to hear. But, all right. Joe uses a
Doomblade for the Blade Splicer.
Doomblade on the Blade Splicer. Understands Ken's deck, thinks to himself, well, you know, normally I'd be killing this token because it's attacking me for more damage. But you, my friend, you are a deck that is playing cards like Cloud Shift, playing cards like Restoration Angel, Venser, the Sojourner. I cannot allow you to have that Blade Splicer in play because it presents way too large of a threat.
Right. Yeah, so blinking the token doesn't work, but blinking the Blade Splicer could present a problem. So here we have...
Oh, and some MC Hammer tokens coming down for Joe Bernal.
Yeah. Lingering Souls tokens.
I believe that is a Christmas-themed MC Hammer.
Could be. Ken flashed in a Restoration Angel at the end of Joe's turn, and now bringing the beats. Appears that Joe did not block, so Joe goes to 11.
Joe in a bit of a rough spot here. And I mean, this just... Restoration Angel is hard to interact with here. Joe's really got to ask himself a lot of questions about what Ken has in his hand, about what the possibilities are for the next turn. And it's a big problem for Joe right now. All right, Ken getting to crash in here for 7. Likely MC Hammer is going to trade with the Spirit, but I think that's all that's going to happen during this combat step.
And everybody in for Ken. Dismember on the Restoration Angel.
It's an interesting timing on that Dismember for Joe. Could have done an M-step when Ken had tapped out.
Yeah.
Not left himself open to the possibility of a Cloud Shift or... yeah. I guess Cloud Shift is it.
Yeah.
Restoration Angel can't save Restoration Angel because it's a non-angel.
Right, exactly. So Joe chump blocks the other guys. Does take 4, though, from the Dismember. Thought Scours away 2 Ponders. Wow.
Still failing to find a 4th land here. Joe struggling a bit. Able to flash back Lingering Souls, but that's not going to be enough. Ken making more creatures with his Moorland Hunt. This 3/3 Golem just really dominating the face of the game. I mean, interesting situation to be in for Joe.
Everybody in?
Yep. Now, again, MC Hammer probably going to trade with the Spirit. Joe going to fall to 4 here. Let's see what Ken has for us. Cast a Ponder. Yep. And he's going to choose to shuffle his deck. And after shuffling, he's going to need to draw up a fresh card with this Ponder. Again, things are just so bad for Joe. Not even that fourth land drop, just being so brutal to him. All right. Didn't get a chance to see what Ken drew there.
Yeah, keeping his cards close to the vest. Gets
Taxian Probe. Let's see what Joe has in his hand. It's a Dissipate, a Lingering Soul, Snapcaster Mage, Mana Leak, Snapcaster Mage. Hand is pretty stacked, but that's the type of hand where you want the 4-lander. And it looks like Joe's only playing 21. Kind of hard to have the 4-lander.
Blade Splicer number 2 from Ken. Resolves, and now another Golem.
That's going to be really, really bad for Joe, I think. Oh, he finally finds the land. Not a good place to be.
Snapcaster Mage. Flashback Doomblade.
It's still just not enough. Ken Bearl, just too much action right now. Well, his hand may be running low on this action at this point.
Yeah, that's
maybe
what I'm
down to
thinking.
Stonehorn Dignitaries.
Yeah, I think, you know, Joe just needs to keep on surviving at this point, just to see if he can get out of this hole. But Ken really doesn't. It's not really that much when you think about it. A 3/3 and a 1/1, which is
yeah. I mean, it's enough though.
I mean, it's enough if Joe can't stop it, but it's not that. Ooh, oh wow,
that's
Ken
a big
with
one.
Spellskite. Okay.
Matters quite a lot. Thing is that now, you know, Ken Bearl, even more creatures in his graveyard for this Moorland Haunt. He's putting it at 4. He's a 3/3 in play. Next turn he'll be attacking for 4.
All right, Joe Bernal with a Ponder. Needs to stabilize. And doesn't have very much time.
No, he does not. All right, still a bunch of thought going on here. That's my one issue with a card like Ponder is shuffling. Makes games go stagnant.
Yeah.
Problem with fetch lands and things like that.
The old loading screen.
Yep.
Isn't that what Ken Nagel calls them? I think it was Ken Nagel. Lingering Souls, front side, MC Hammer's back.
Buying more time.
He is too legit to quit, that guy.
All right, and at this point, I mean, Ken again with 4 points of power. Serving in. And Joe can just serve in here with both of his creatures. I mean, rather Ken. Just get in here right now. all 4 points of power. Joe's going to be forced to trade MC Hammer with a Spirit, and going to be forced to chump block that LSV Golem there.
He's been doing it all game. That one Golem token going all the way here.
Yeah.
Players in $10 draft number 6. Your event is ready. Please get back to the side event stage.
All right, he.
$10 draft number 6.
Yeah, gonna block both. And Joe still at 4, but it does not look great.
Ken plays Snapcaster.
And what is he gonna bring back?
Ponder.
Seems to make sense. And
Aging the following player, Wally.
decides to shuffle it up.
The main event stage, please. Wally
Ken getting a fresh new card off the top.
stage.
Didn't like the 3 that he saw.
Hey Jesse, I think the hashtag is SCGMAD. You know how it's. Yeah, the main coverage page says SCGMAD, and that's what we've been using. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So that's incorrect. Is that right? Okay. It is SCGMAD. Yeah. Someone tweeted it at us, so I didn't notice that it even said it. So we're gonna fix that. Thank you, Brandon Case, for pointing out the hashtag situation there. The hashtag discrepancy. And all right, so Joe, for life, facing down Snapcaster, Golem token, and still just. This has been the longest battle with a Golem token ever, I think.
Yeah. I mean, this Golem token has just been an abyss.
One. And the crazy thing is, I mean, when you think about it, we talked about why he chose to he used Go for the Throat on the Blade Splicer rather than the Golem token, thinking it was more dangerous to keep the Blade Splicer around because it could be blinking and things.
It would have been blinked twice. So it would have been 2 more Golems. So I think it would definitely be over. So Joe, playing this game pretty tight, but Lingering Souls kind of just makes you never ever die. Fun fact.
Lingering Souls, I guess it's aptly named. There again is
they just linger around.
The MC Hammer
Bunch
tag
of Lingering
team.
Souls.
Back again.
The MC Hammer making quite an appearance today.
Party people. Let's hear some noise.
Yeah, Oblivion Ring getting in there, and Ken gonna crash in with both of these. It looks like Joe has a trick. And what is that?
Moorland
Haunt. Yep.
Moorland Haunt put a Spirit into play, and yet again,
a Blade Splicer.
There it is.
And that's big. All right. Let's see. Can Joe find his way out of this yet again? Is this possible? Do we believe that Joe Bernal can find perhaps...
He needs like Terminus or something.
Yeah, he needs...
he needs a miracle, that's for sure.
I think he's just gonna lose, actually, now I'm looking at this. Maybe if he had, like a Divine Offering and a Snapcaster, he was... Nah. Still doesn't work. Joe, at this point, is in survival mode. He's really just hoping that Ken makes a mistake. I think that's his only option here.
Snapcaster Ponder.
And another shuffle with a Ponder. People have not liked the top of their decks today. I appreciate that. I don't think people shuffle often enough with Ponder.
Yeah. Well,
People are finally catching on.
It's a matter of just
out soon, but
knowing. Yeah. It's a matter of just knowing, though, what's on top of your deck. It's almost like somehow that certainty, people lean on it a little too much.
yeah, let's see what can happen at this point. I mean, it's just so much stuff.
Delver of Seekers from Joe passes back.
And Ken, at this point, will he attack with all of his guys? Looks like he will. And I think the Blade Splicer's got to come in too.
Yeah. Because
Both of those 3/3s are just going to gobble up the other two guys.
Yeah.
But if you don't send in the Blade Splicer, then, I mean, you leave Joe the option of a double block. Nope.
Oh, well, chump.
Yeah, but I mean, you just get in for a free point if you turn the Blade
Right.
Splicer side.
I don't know.
sideways.
I
Your
would have
opponent's at
attacked with
4,
the
like,
Blade Splicer. Right.
free points are good. Yeah.
And then he plays
Joe's
Venture,
gonna
and Joe
pack it
says,
in.
all right, now, I guess a Planeswalker's enough to make me scoot. Now.
Yeah, the thing is you know, he had not only had the Venser, but he also had Venser with Oblivion Ring, and the Oblivion Ring had removed a token last time, so the Venser was just absurdly powerful. It could make his guys unblockable, it could make a 3/3 every turn, it could make an Oblivion Ring every turn, just way too much for Joe.